Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am the Ginger Gamer. It's been a while since I've made any videos, but I've been playing this game called Returnal. You might have heard of it. It's only on the PlayStation 5, and it's really got me thinking. It's a roguelike game. I'm not typically into roguelike games. I prefer to have more authorship, more ability to create my own kind of character and to kind of live in the world. In this game, roguelites in general just don't really allow you to do that. You're repeating a lot of the same stuff. I played all the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and it's definitely different than that because those games you live in more. But this is just my humble opinion, just one Ginger's opinion about how I think they could make Returnal more fun. So the progression, you only get to carry over limited items to each run, and I think this is huge. For instance, in a game like Dead Cells, it felt like every time you played, you were able to get something or acquire a new weapon or something like that. There was enough variety where you really felt like you weren't wasting your time each time that you played, and you did incrementally get better and better and better. This game, there are items. Well, for instance, there's one item so far that I've noted that once you get it, it's called the Blade Balancer. It's for your melee weapon. You don't get to keep it, and it is one of those items that I thought for sure you would be able to, because it allows you to get past an orange force field, which everything else you get that allows you to grapple hook or teleport or use a Stargate-like device, you get to keep, but for some reason they left that out. So I think there should be more items that you get to carry over so you feel like you're not wasting so much time. And then also, basically, as you go through the levels and you're using guns, you build up proficiency for your weapons, and it's basically like the level of your gun and how much power damage it does and stuff like that. And you can grind it, but there's almost no point to grind it in the early levels, because once you get to another biome, they give you like a boost to that current level. I think that it'd be a lot cooler if you did spend time grinding it, and you did spend your time, that you could be rewarded by not only getting that initial boost to say like level 9, but if they increased it to what you grinded as well. I think that would be huge, and that would be make it a lot more fun and a lot more worthwhile. I also think that the front half of the game, you're getting more items within the first 5 hours of the game. I feel like I got 5 or 6 different things, and that those were, or 3 or 4 or whatever things that I got to keep. And then basically I'm in the third biome right now. I'm pretty much been stuck for the last 5-6 hours, and I feel like I haven't done anything, haven't gotten anywhere, and just feel like I'm wasting my time. I also think that they should lower the amount to fabricate items. I think it costs too much to fabricate items right now, and some balancing of that would really help. Story, you get a lot in the beginning, and again, it feels like it drops off, probably just because I'm stuck, but I wish there was a little bit more going on there, because I'm just seeing myself crash into the planet over and over again. Got about 20 hours into it, and I've died 60 times. I've read a lot of reviews. People are beating it in 20 hours, dying a handful of times, or 15 or 20 times. That's not me. I also think that biomes could use a different algorithm, or tweaking the algorithm to give more variety. There are literally parts in the third biome that are repeated every time I play it. Exactly the same item is in exactly the same spot right behind a statue when you get into the third biome, and I've probably gotten to this biome like 30 times. So if they could not only adjust the little chunks of areas that you go into, instead of just putting them in different orders, if they had different varieties of each of those chunks where they could also put those in different orders, if that makes any sense. Combat feels pretty good. It is not as fun or as satisfying as something like, and I know this is different, but it's not as satisfying as something like Ghost of Tsushima, where I got into combat just because it felt so good to be in combat. The shooting's good. I mean, it's fast, it's smooth, it's responsive, but sometimes it's better just to run to the next gate. I think that Celine is not powerful enough compared to the enemies. I think that they took like a bullet hell game and they put it in third person, and they made the enemies difficult, but they didn't make the main character powerful enough. I think that could be tweaked, and that wouldn't be too difficult. And then also tone down the damage of the laser beams, for goodness sakes. It's a little aggressive. I think as far as the health system, right now you have to manually press to pick up health, and you have to be right on top of it, and it's easy to miss. I think that if they're going for this, it's almost like this Doom. When you're in a huge fight, it's almost like this Doom-esque fight scenario, and I think it would, if you could pick it up from a distance and it would auto pick up when you need health, I think that would be huge quality of life improvement. And then, I mean, basically, as far as the weapons, the only usable weapons are the carbine, which is basically like an assault rifle, the pistol, which isn't great, but that's what you start with, and it's doable. The Atropian blade and the Hollow Seeker. I don't really like the Hollow Seeker. My favorite's the carbine. There are grenade launchers, which suck. The Lobber, or whatever it's called, it's terrible. Shotguns can be okay if they're high level enough, but it's too slow for this kind of game. But those are just some things I think would be better, make it more fun. I got about 25 hours into it, and right now I'm just a little concerned. I don't know if I'm going to beat it. It's not giving me enough in return. Oh,